Welcome to G.A.M.E, the show that covers games, arts, movies, and everything else. And now, here's your host, Big Pimpin' Jay.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another wonderful episode of G.A.M.E. Thank you for tuning in today. Today we're going to have an awesome program. Before we get into anything, guys, make sure to email us, gameshowchat@gmail.com. Hit us up at Twitter @GameShowChat, and please subscribe to our channel. We always have some crazy stuff coming every stinking week for you guys. Now today, Hollywood always has the summer blockbuster, the Christmas special, and all this stuff, and Hollywood is making more money than God. But the problem that we have is Hollywood seems to not be necessarily as diverse as it needs to be. Tyler Perry is doing his thing. There's a couple other cats over here, but there's really a strong lack of black characters that are in Hollywood right now. I mean, you look at the big franchises, your Star Wars franchises, Harry Potter. You don't see too many brothers and sisters hanging out, and that's just what we're going to discuss today. With me, we have my man Mega Sean here. We got GQ here.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Oh, Captain's gonna be awesome. The thing is, guys, what is up with this? I mean, when did Hollywood suddenly become this horrible racial stereotype? What is going on? Why is there too many white people around? Gentlemen, game on.
Well, I'll be cautious with my comments. Just I don't want to mess up any future possible opportunities. But as far as when, I don't think it's never been a time where it's not been that way. I mean, if you go back to Elizabeth Taylor being, I believe it was Cleopatra, so there's always been just a lack of, and I won't even necessarily just make it black. I mean, because I'm black, I look at it from my view, but I want to make it about just every minority or any ethnic group.
Too many white people in Hollywood.
I can't say that, but if that's what you want to say, that's fine. Because it's like there's never, now obviously we have a long way to go just based on recent events as far as having someone Arabic save the world. But as far as a black, hero, like even like Will Smith, like you have a will. But I don't believe Denzel has ever saved the world. Tom Cruise has saved the world 40 times.
And what is Tom Cruise? Little and white.
John McClane, Bruce Willis has saved the world.
White.
And so
Jackie Chan, little and Asian, but
I got you. But it's I don't know why. I do know why, but people need to speak up. And I think the people that have the voices are the ones that need to speak. So a Will Smith, a Denzel Washington, a Idris Elba, Spike Lee, but just without, his rants. But somebody needs to represent us well, because there seems to be nobody fighting. What was that in Derek Luke when he said, who wants to fight for the little boy or something like that? There's nobody fighting for us. It just seems that everybody gets their check and then they go, oh, okay, well, I don't want to mess up my 20 million, so I'll stay quiet. But like nobody's pulling anybody up from the ranks.
True.
Yeah, I think what you get with that though is it's kind of like it's in cycles. Like for example, we got Blade back in '97. Now that, of course, Wesley Snipes, main character, he took a lesser known comic character that was kind of goofy, in his original origins, and turned him into this, for lack of a better term, a badass. He turned him into something that everybody could get behind. Everybody was like, okay, this dude's cool or whatever. But that happened. They kind of did Blade 2 and then Blade 3, it fell off.
Blade 3, the comedy sequel.
Yeah, exactly. But what was the problem with Blade 3? They took the focus off of Blade
and put it on all these other
Ryan
white
Reynolds
people.
and
white people.
And it's not even so much about the white people. They took a strong character and it just kind of like,
we got to add them down.
Yeah, they watered them down, added all this comic relief and all this stuff that wasn't necessarily, it wasn't necessary for the movie. Now it's like, okay, here's the next cycle. There's rumors of a Black Panther movie. I know Mega Sean would like to play that part.
Man, that changed my life.
But I mean, but the thing is, remember what was the first thing that they said as soon as they talked about it? They looked at the character.
Wakanda's not possible.
Yeah, Wakanda's not possible.
How do you make Avatar and you don't?
Right, it's like
But you can make Asgard.
You can make Asgard, you can make Avatar, you can make Star Trek, you can make Star Wars, you can make a little boy fly around and that ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding, whatever that thing was. You can do anything.
You can make Hogwarts and make it look real and believable.
But you can't make a flourishing African nation?
No, you know what? Here, in all reality, all kidding aside.
But that's what they said.
Here's honestly what I think that the issue is, and we're gonna get real serious for a second, is that I honestly do not believe that quote unquote white America is ready for the minority superhero.
And I think I can't argue with that.
Or the strong minority lead. I mean, if you ask your average white dude and you name a strong black actor, there's Denzel and
Will
who
Smith.
else?
Every time.
If you're in Europe, it's Idris Elba. You know, and we talked about before. You know,
But he transcends.
well, no, because Idris Elba is really is an awesome actor.
But here's the thing with Idris Elba, and I think it goes to, like you said, he's a British actor. A lot of people obviously know him over here now because he had that show Luther over there. Now here's the thing, the mindset's different over there. You're in Europe. People are more accepting. Diversity is fine over there. It's not really an issue.
True.
It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, you can't have a black man do that. It's like, yeah, you can.
Because God forbid you have a black James Bond. Ooh, that's way too
Because
taboo.
even if you look at Chudel, you know, Chudel,
Yeah, Chudel,
the guy who was
yeah.
in 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
Right now, it seems to be him and Idris, but neither one of them are, you know, they're both, I believe, from London or well, they're both European actors.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very talented. And like you said over there, I don't really think they look at them as race. It's talent is talent. So if you two are the best that we have, we're going to put you out there. You know, Jude Law's had his run, Christian Bale still shining, and all the other, you know, from Hugh Jackman, and you name them. I mean, there's a list of, you know, white European actors, but it's just there's not a good representation of us. And
I think another issue though, and this is what kind of bugs me about Hollywood, is instead of going to some of these comic creators, or even the comic creators themselves taking it upon themselves to come up with a brand new minority character, they take a well-established white character and change them into a black character, a minority character, or like all of a sudden Spider-Man's black or Hispanic.
Ruben.
All of a sudden you got Miss Marvel is going to be she's going to be a minority character. Then you got the Human Torch. You know, Michael B. Jordan's going to be supposedly playing him in the next Fantastic Four reboot. It's like, isn't he related to a white woman though? Isn't like Sue Storm his sister? So they go.
It's gonna be some weird adoption.
Exactly. Is he adopted? You know.
And
and it's like, why not just create something brand new?
Because I think the issue is this: is not only do I believe that white America is not ready to see that, because let's face it, most white people think that black folk, if y'all ain't balling or dealing drugs, then that's all you guys do. I mean seriously, it's really a sad indictment of really how powerful the media is.
Very true.
Because they've got this whole group of people over here thinking that reality is really like this. And the fact is that, you know, you cut us all, we're all going to bleed the same red blood. And it gets kind of messy. And honestly, it really offends me because anybody who wants to try to put, play a race card and say, oh, this is a white movie or this is a black movie, or no, you're out, you tell Don Cheadle, you can't do this movie, you'll be too white, or oh, I'm sorry, it's, the only type of humor we have is Tyler Perry and the Wayans brothers. It's really a sad indictment as far as that this is really about cash. It's really about trying to say, I'm going to perpetuate a stereotype. I'm going to get people to believe in this. And it's almost really another disgusting form of slavery that they're putting everybody through.
Well, but here's the thing. It even transcends like reality in movies and doing film and that sort of thing. It even goes into the video games a little bit. I mean, it's like, look at Street Fighter. Every black character is what? Either a boxer or a kickboxer or something along those lines. I mean, you even had in Mark of the Wolves, they got some goofy name. Mark of the Wolves, you had Cushman Butt. It's like, what kind of name is? And he had, of course, the big afro, it's like, really? And now, granted, yes, that game was developed in Japan, but it doesn't matter. When you localize it and bring it over here, you know what? Maybe we could change his name, because Cushman Butt sounds really stupid.
Racist?
A little bit racist, a little bit stupid.
A little bit ignorant?
And then, to some of the other characters, if you look at Luke Cage, like he's the stereotypical black guy. He's loud, he's angry, he has issues with authority, and then obviously you give him all of these strength and these powers, and then now he becomes this what's the word I'm looking for? This pariah somewhat, and I just don't know why we can't have someone like positive. Like we mentioned earlier, the Black Panther, but I don't think they'll ever really put that movie together. It'll be rumors for 20 years just because a black leader who won't help out Western society, has the cure to cancer and AIDS, but won't give these things out because, as he quoted in one of the books, you guys sell cigarettes. Obviously, you clearly don't want, the cure to cancer.
Right. Honestly, and unfortunately, time is winding down for all this, and it's really sad because, as bad as it can get with, hey, we're going to sit here and perpetuate a stereotype, we're going to do this, we're going to try to figure out what this is. Guys, write a story. I mean, in all reality, it doesn't matter if somebody's white, Hispanic, Mexican. We all love martial art films. We all love, just a litany of things. And quite frankly, guys, if you just write a good story, we're not going to care who it is.
Not at all.
I mean, really, we don't care what color your skin is. White people like everybody else. It's just the way that it is. Guys, unfortunately, time is winding down. Please email us, connect with us, let us know what is going on. Tell us what you think. Guys, until the next time, until we can get together, game over.
What you do with your team is your decision, Herb. But my team's going to be in Philadelphia tomorrow with Robinson. And if we have to claim the game as a forfeit, so be it.
You know what, Branch? I'd like to know what it is you think you're trying to prove.
You think God likes baseball, Herb?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It means someday you're going to meet God, and when he inquires as why you didn't take the field against Robinson in Philadelphia, and you answer that it's because he was a Negro, it may not be a sufficient reply.
You didn't know who I was. You didn't know where I was. You never saw me coming.